Hello everyone, welcome back to Ride Along with Drive for Cash. As you can see, I got my new GPS. I also got a different cell phone holder. Problem is, with the case on it, it doesn't hold real good, so it has a tendency of falling. So, also had to get a new car charger. Anyway, my Jeep has been serviced. Oil change, tire rotation, chassis lubricated. But at the same time, my mechanic told me the back part of your frame is severely corroded. So my back rims. I need to get rid of this thing right away. Well, I haven't had a chance, so as I'm down here in the lower part of a county, I decided, hey, why not pick up stuff here? So right now I'm doing back-to-back Uber orders from my bagel shop. I told you when I first started making these videos, I was probably going to need another car soon. And I started, when did I start?
Make a right turn on Prospect Avenue.
I started second week of February. It's now April 3rd. That time may be coming soon. I've had this Jeep for 21 years. It's got 250,000 miles on it. 21 years of New York winters has taken its toll. I've done everything I can to keep this thing updated, maintained. It's been Jeep serviced at the same dealership for 21 years. Wax twice a year, engine wash once a year, but hey, road salt is a killer. So, the two things you need most, you need a reliable phone and a reliable car. The Jeep is reliable, it's just old. Anyway, like I said, we got these back-to-back Uber orders from the Terrytown Bake Emporium. And since my trip to the Honda dealership looking at another CR-V for Grubhubbing didn't work out too good, he said the car that they had advertised, it went through the shop.
In a half mile, make a right turn on Union Avenue.
They weren't going to put it for sale. I can't blame them. That's honesty right there. Anyway, I showed you the other day, Grubhub sent me 2 bags. Well, guess what? It must have been a glitch in the thing because Grubhub sent me 2 more deluxe, 2 more bags in the deluxe bag set. So I now have, let's see, 2, 4. I got 5 bags from Grubhub. 1 made of recycled material, 2 are made of the good material, and 2 larger bags made from the good material, as well as 2.
In a quarter mile, make a right turn on Union Avenue.
2 drink carriers that hold 4 drinks each. So, hey. Alright, you don't want to go? I will. Anyway, we're 0.3 miles away from this first delivery.
Make a right turn on Union Avenue.
Just them at Lake Tech saying I'm on my way. We'll be there in 0.2 miles. Been working my other job a lot lately, a lot of overtime, so this takes a backseat, obviously.
Make a left turn on Sunnyside Avenue.
But it is what it is.
Make a left turn on Sunnyside Avenue.
Alright, looks like we're right here. $82. Where are you?
Drop off.
Okay, drop off. 88, 86, 84 and 82. All right. Let's go deliver Alvis G's. Does not want me to ring the doorbell? No problem. Alright, we do gotta take a picture of it though. Who are you? Alvis G. Okay. Let me tell you something, that bagel shop was mad packed. Alright, mark delivered.
Your drop off at 45 Hamilton Bowl.
And we're 0.7 miles away from our second delivery from this bagel shop. That double bagel order. No orders have come through, but in the meantime, I'm gonna head a lot more north to my hometown area. See if I can pick up something on the way home. Or a couple things on the way home. Still in Westchester County, we got an order from Grubhub from a place called Playable. It's like one of these health eating places. Not a beautiful day here today. Grubhub for Chris G. Okay, thank you, hon. You too. Alright, so we got this order. If you don't want to know where Westchester County, New York is, it is exactly one county north. Directly north of New York City in the borough of the Bronx. Westchester County is every year one of the richest counties in the country. It's either here, Beverly Hills, or that county right outside Maryland, out of Washington, D.C. So, a lot of money down here. Also dealing with a lot of egos and personalities like everywhere else. Alright, no problem. Let's get this bowl delivered. Okay, we're about to make a delivery here. We're in Ossining, New York. Home of Sing Sing Correctional Facility, which is the second oldest prison in New York State. Well over 200 years old. And one of the oldest prisons in the country. Right there was the beautiful Hudson River here in New York. Right there is the Ossining train station. And right across that train station is that Sing Sing prison I was talking to you about. Anyway, that order's delivered. Time to get back in the old rusty Jeep. And now we're going to pick up a KFC order. Hey, so we just picked up our KFC order. And we gotta go 7 miles further, a little further up north into Putnam County, which is good because we're now closer to my home county. So, despite the fact that I was driving off looking for a car today, I've got orders.
Take the next right on the US 6 East Main Street.
One going more north than the other. So, sometimes it's just like that.
Continue on US 6 East for 5 miles.
Alright, let's go get Joe G his food. We'll talk to you later, everyone. KFC order, he was waiting anxiously. But it was real cool, real nice. So right now we got no orders for both Grubhub or Uber Eats. So we're just gonna wait and drive more towards where I live and where I usually deliver and go from there. So we'll talk to you later.
Road using the upcoming right lane.
Alright, as soon as I get on the parkway here, I get an order from Uber Eats. So we're going to go do that one.
Using the right lane, take right exit 25 onto County Highway 21 toward Peekskill Hollow Road, then make a left turn on Peekskill Hollow Road.
Right here in town in Putnam Valley. So, not my town, but town of midnight now, so. So, we'll get back to you when we're done. Or when we pick it up.
Make a left turn on
back-to-back Oriental Express orders. One guy had 13 items, another one had 2. But man, I had to drive back into Westchester along some of these crazy hilly roads and curvy roads. I'm glad I'm getting the heck out of here. Anyway, I still got both Uber Eats and Grubhub on. And I'll let you know when I get another order. Hopefully, when I get back more into my home area. Back in my home county.
pick up on the right.
And on the way home, I rejected a couple, but would have taken me back to Westchester. Wasn't doing that and had enough. And now we are at Jersey Mike's to pick up an order for Uber Eats. Let's go check it out. Yep.
I need to check that security. Ow, my finger. Why are you making
Head to your pickup at Subway 17 Merritt Boulevard.
Okay, this is pretty weird. I just picked up a Jersey Mike's Subway sub, and it has to get delivered to Subway Subs exactly a quarter mile away. I don't know if they're just checking out the competition, or if they realize Jersey Mike's get better stuff. I ain't gonna go there. I'm just gonna deliver. This is what happens when you try to do two different apps. I'm doing a second pickup at Subway. That does make more sense. Let's go check it out. What's up? Is it Uber Eats for all in tea?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get the I don't think we have any tea though. So you can just let them know that we don't have any tea.
Okay, no tea.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell them they can drink anything else.
Okay. Confusing apartment complex. Just got a double order from this restaurant. First delivery is literally less than a mile away. So let's go get it delivered. Double Chinese food order. Now I'm gonna head back closer to my home. Helps we get some deliveries around there instead. Just in that mood tonight where I just want to be by my place more than anything else. I'll let you know if I get anything else. Say again?
You can go over to the other doors at the pickup side.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oops. We're at a Puerto Rican restaurant, Isla. Taste of Puerto Rico.
What was the name again, you said?
Leslie for Grubhub.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. He put your name instead.
Okay.
Yeah, so just give me about 1 minute to be ready.
Okay.
If you could do me a quick favor, though, the person needs a cola champagne soda. So it's the black soda with the white top. No one with the white top. Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Doesn't look like they're that busy. But regardless, at least we're out here now. On our way to deliver. I did have to tell the customer the order was going to be a little bit late because of time I spent in it, but hey, it is what it is. I did my part. I was there on time. I actually was there early. Gave it a heads up.
Turn right onto US 9 South, then turn left onto Elm Street.
But let's go get it delivered.
Take the next left onto Elm Street.
He's had a major app snafu. They gave me a double order from 2 different restaurants. The only problem is, when I got to the Puerto Rican restaurant, the second order never came up.
In a quarter mile, slight left onto New York 82 North.
So I got the order from the Rican restaurant. I hit the got order and leaving. It navigates me to the house to make the delivery. Okay. Then as soon as I get that delivered, it says, now go make your second pickup. From a restaurant that was across the street, it made me zigzag unnecessarily. I just hope I don't get a poor rating because of their app snafu. This is the first time I've had that, something like that happen to me. So, hopefully...
Take the next left onto New York 82 North.
The one from the Italian restaurant doesn't penalize me for the app snafu, but from reading on all the boards and some of the videos, it's kind of like being a mechanic at a dealership. No matter what happens, it's my fault.
Continue on New York 82 North for 1.5 miles.
But we'll see. Anyway, we got a double order from Chipotle. That order came through. Got both of them. And now we're making the first delivery. Order done. So now I have a big KFC order to go take care of. So I'm going to go pick that one up also now. We're going to pick this order up. I get my Jeep closed. Pretty big order too. Thank you, sir. And that was easy. Now I'm going to do the nice thing and tell him we're on our way so he's not anticipating. Alright, food's warm. And away we go. I must say, so far, a lot of people recommended this drink carrier. They said this is a must. So far, I think I've used it in the 75 days I've been working. I think I used it like once. Which, to be honest with you, doesn't bother me. I like getting orders without drinks because drinks make the orders real tricky. And most of the fast food chains like McDonald's and Burger King will put their drinks in a special cup inside of a bag anyway, so that actually makes it easy for you. Alright. Let's go get Sean his dinner. And we'll talk to you later. Alright, Ryan, we're back. And I got a Five Guys delivery. I'm about ready to drop off.
Take the next left onto Falcon Crest Court.
And this is going to be my last delivery for the night for both Grubhub and Uber Eats. I am tired. I'm a little tired. Plus,
In 600 feet, your destination will be on the right.
I've been searching for cars to replace my rusty old beat up Jeep. So I took some time and my wife just gave me a honey-do list. A little small food shopping list, so I'm gonna do that and call it a night. I'll come back with the recap of the financials of the day.
Your destination is on the right.
Yeah, great. My destination's on the right. Oh, I think I've been in this house before. Oh, yeah. Yep, definitely been in this house before. Last time I came to this house, I needed four-wheel drive to get out of this driveway. It was so icy and snowy. Won't be the case this time, obviously. All right. I'll text Five Guys, tell them the food's been delivered. When it pops up, okay, that's done. Yep, let's go get this couple there. Five Guys order. Boy, that smells good right about now. And folks, tonight, that is an official wrap of the drive along. It's been a while since I've done one of these with you guys. I love doing these videos for you guys. Or also fellow Grubhub drivers or people who are thinking about getting into the business. Alright folks, have a good night. I'll see you back at the house with the totals. Welcome back to another video, and we're going to be doing our yearly miles per gallon test. Last 4 years I've been doing it with a Chevy Cruze diesel. This year, for my trip from upstate New York to Myrtle Beach, I am driving a 2.4 four-cylinder engine Honda CR V. Now I can honestly tell you we're not going to get the same MPG like we did the Chevy Cruze. Hey, that's okay. But we're going to be doing two tests. We're going to be doing a regular test. And you see this button down here? That's the economy button for gas. We're going to do a test with that being on the whole time as well. I mean, be that we're, what you call it, all highway driving. Hopefully it'll be good. Right now, starting out, I got 331 miles of capacity for this tank, averaging 12.1 miles per gallon, but we just started literally. Depending on traffic, we got in stops anywhere from a 12 to 14 hour drive. So I will do what I've been doing the last few years. I will give you an update from state to state and every 100 miles. And we'll talk to you later. Alright, welcome back. We just crossed over the New Jersey state border, left New York. We are 54.3 miles on the trip. It is 10:40 a.m. 67 degrees. Right now we have a range of 350 miles left on this tank of gas. And we're averaging 29.6 miles per gallon. Now the gas tank in this car is 15.3 gallons, which is 0.6 gallons less than my old Chevy Cruze was. It is a 2.4 liter four-cylinder Honda engine, very legendary. This has been was in generation 2, end of 1, generation 2, and generation 3. This is a 2012 model. The sticker price, I'm not saying the sticker for the gas in this car originally was, they say 21 city and 29 highway. So right now, old highway we're doing 29.5. Hopefully we can maintain it. Hopefully we can crack the 30s. Another note on this car, I bought this car back on October 21st. Trading my Chevy Cruze in. I bought it with 44,000 miles on it. Actually, bought it with 44,735 miles on it. I've had it for, let's see, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 7 months now almost. I only have 48,509 on it. That tells you how busy at work I've been. In fact, not only is this my first long drive in this car, it is the first time I'm driving it out of my home county. Works busy. Regardless, we get to the 100-mile mark, we'll give you another update. Hey everyone, we're back. We're at the 100-mile mark in the state of New Jersey. It is 11:27 a.m. It is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And currently we're still averaging 30.5 miles per gallon on a new car rating of 29 miles per gallon. So we're doing good right there. Still got 311 miles left on this tank of gas. Looks like we're about to approach I-95 going south, which here is considered, I think, the New Jersey Turnpike still. As you can see, the sunroof is now closed because we had a little bit of rain, and the AC is on, although, albeit very low, it's still on, so we'll see how that affects it, if it does. But tell you what, as soon as it stops raining, as soon as I see the sun come out, that will be off, and I'll have the sunroof back on.
Take ramp to ramp.
I am definitely more of a sunroof, windows down person than I am AC. And of course, my wife is the exact opposite. It is what it is. And yep, we are approaching the New Jersey Turnpike. Traffic has been smooth for the most part. Very little to no traffic. So, again, whenever I do this trip, the goal is to get through Northern Virginia before rush hour. Because then that's the hardest part of your trip, pretty much. Now, the South has gotten a lot more crowded over the years. All the Northeasterners like me who want to move down here already have moved down here, so we will see how that works out today. One note, of course, last 4 years we always did our MPG test in February when I took my trip. This year we're doing it in May. Because every time I leave in February to come down here, I always run across some type of annoying snowstorm or the threat of a snowstorm, and I don't like leaving my wife at home to deal with it. So I usually stay around to make sure cars are cleaned off, the sidewalks are cleaned and everything. So this year, being May, not an issue. So right now we're at 30.4 miles per gallon, 308 miles left on this tank of gas, 102 miles into the trip. So it looks like, according if the figures stay as they are, we may get 500 miles out of this tank of gas, which would be phenomenal for an all-wheel drive SUV. We'll talk to you later at the 200-mile mark or at the Delaware border. CR V MPG video. It is 12:54 p.m. It is 68 degrees, and we just crossed into the state of Delaware as we approach the 195th mile of our journey, what should be approximately 750 miles. According to our computer here, we got 221 miles left in this tank of gas. That would put us over 400, not 500 like I said last section of this test. Currently averaging 31.6 miles per gallon. Sticker says 29 for highway. Let's see. If you want to know what kind of tires I'm running, Goodyear Assurance. All 4 tires are Goodyear Assurance. Of course, when you have an all-wheel drive car, you want matching tires and sizes, because that could really throw off the whole computer and ruin your all-wheel drive system. So, 4 Goodyear Assurance. Apparently Delaware is a little slow in the cashless tolling up down here. So we're looking good so far. Like you say, the AC is still on low. Still cloudy. I may go back to the sunroof. I'm not sure yet. So that's it for now. We're gonna skip the 200-mile update because we're only now about 4.5 miles away. But this part of the trip, the Maryland border is coming up real quick. So actually, we may get to that 200-mile at the same time as the Maryland border. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you're considering a Honda CR V model between the 2012 and 2014 year. Now this generation goes to 2015, but the one difference with the 2015 model is the 2015 model has a CVT transmission and not a 5-speed automatic transmission. I am not a fan of CVT transmissions. This 5-speed automatic and what made it with this engine has been pretty legendary for the CR-V. So, but I just like to stick to what works, because the most important thing for me in a car, it needs to stay on the road. Which is why I got rid of my Chevy Cruze. We're still scheduled to get to my parents' house at 9:55 p.m. tonight. See, that's going to change according to traffic conditions and stops. We're not going to have the luxury like we did my Chevy Cruze of doing pretty much only one stop. We're probably going to have to stop at least 2 more times if I'm guessing right. We'll see. But we'll talk to you later. We'll probably talk to you at the Maryland border. Honda CR-V, we are about to cross the border from Delaware into Maryland. It is 1:12 p.m. It is 74 degrees, overcast. We're still on target to get there at 9:59 p.m. tonight. That's not going to happen, I can tell you that right now. We're at 209.3 miles into our trip. We have 208 miles left on our tank of gas, so naturally, we're just a dash above half a tank, as we're now officially in Maryland. Cruise control has been on most of the trip, not the whole trip, at 69 miles an hour. And if you're wondering, yes, the car is up to date on maintenance. And by the time I get back to New York, Monday of next week, not this Monday, the following Monday, it will be due for an oil change the very next day. It'll be going to my local Honda shop. So, car's up to date maintenance, tires are properly inflated, and we have Goodyear Assurance tires on it, so everything is where it needs to be. As I said, this is the first time. I think we're currently getting 31.5 miles per gallon highway, which I'd never even come close to, because this is my first long trip ever in this vehicle, despite the fact I've had it for about 6 months. And today, I said this earlier in the video, it's the first time it left the county, my home county. So, and coming up after we get done with this MPG test, we're going to do one with the economy button. We're going to see if there's any difference. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to you later. Back. It is 2:41 p.m. It is 71 degrees out. We're at the 300-mile mark on our trip. We have 113 miles approximately left in our gas tank worth. We're still averaging 31.8, which is good. We're in southern Maryland right now, just west of Washington, D.C. We should be hitting the Virginia border in 17 miles, which is good. I wanted to be past Northern Virginia before rush hour. As you can see, rush hour has pretty much started to begin, so not exactly. Almost got through it. Maybe I still will. I don't know. My goal was to get to exit 99 in Virginia, which is, or 100, which is by the amusement park called King's Dominion, which is owned by Paramount. We may or may not get there. I don't know, but so far, 31.8 miles per gallon on an all-wheel drive SUV is pretty good. So, we're at 301 miles in now. Hopefully we get to that point I want to get to. I want to get through Northern Virginia, and then I should be good for the rest of the trip. But we'll speak to you later. at the Virginia border. Yeah, we're just crossing the Virginia border. State number 4 on our 7-state journey. It's 3:03. I made it to the Southern Maryland DC traffic. Now if I could just travel, as you can see the sunroof's back open now, I could just get to 30 miles within the state of Virginia. I think I've pretty much beaten the rush hour for the day. Regardless, we're 317.9 miles of our journey. We have 94 miles left in our gas tank. We're averaging 31.7 miles a gallon, so that's pretty good. Still hoping to make it to exit 100 off 95 in Virginia, which would put us right by the Kings Dominion Amusement Park. For no other reason than that was my goal, and it's pretty much the halfway point between here and Myrtle Beach. So I'll keep you up to date at the 400 mile mark, or it looks like, yeah, at the 400 mile mark, or maybe we'll just wait till we pull in the gas station, because we're going to be filling up in Virginia, that's for sure. So we'll talk to you later. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's time to finally refill. We actually made it past the Kings Dominion exit, so that's pretty good. We're approximately 403.1 miles into the trip. We literally have a range of 2 miles left, and I'm going to that Shell station right there. So, averaging 30.9 miles per gallon. I tell you what, we were up past 32 for a while, and it's a shame because we ran into that traffic in some in Southern Maryland and some in Northern Virginia. I mean, it is 5:18 now, so it's rush hour around here, and I'm in, I think it was at Ashland, Virginia. So we pull in that gas station. We'll get we'll get 30.9 for this, but we'll do it on my smartphone. See if we get the same thing, and then we'll begin part 2 of the MPG test with the econ button. I've never used that before. I'm about to use it now. I figure this is a good time doing all that highway driving. We just filled up our tank. It's telling us a range of 396 miles. Being that we just got 403 from this one, it's pretty accurate. Alright, so we'll do a calculation from the smartphone, see if it's any different. Alright, 403 miles, 0.2 divided by 13.028 equals 30.948. Yep, same thing. So the calculation is right. Alright, so we're off now. Time for part 2 of our test. We're going to put the econ button on. And if you see that green leaf up there, that's it right there. First time I'm using it. Let's see how well she does compared to regular mode. Alright, we're in Ashland, Virginia, headed to Myrtle Beach now. Hopefully this was my last stop. We'll talk to you either at the North Carolina border or at the 100 mile mark. We're 107 miles into the second part 2 of our MPG test. 507 miles altogether the trip. Right now we got a range of 314 miles to go on this tank of gas, and we're averaging 28.7 miles on the econ system. Now you're like, wait a minute, averaging better MPG without it. Yeah, you're right, but as you can see, rush hour is over. And I've had the cruise control on 80 miles, almost 79 miles an hour for the last 108 miles for the most part. So, even in econ mode, I don't expect to get like 35 miles an hour on an all-wheel drive car. I just don't. But 28.6 ain't bad. We'll see when we get further into North Carolina, right? When I start taking the side roads and U.S. routes, and the speed limit's a lot less, and it changes. We'll see how well it does then. Until then, we'll see you at the 200 mile mark. So, we're now at 214 miles into part 2 of this miles per gallon test. Altogether, about 618 miles into a trip, which should be about 760 miles altogether. It is 67 degrees. It's nightfall. It's 8:35 p.m. Right now, we got about 221 miles worth of gas left in this current tank. And even with the econ mode, we're only averaging 28.4. So we're below, but we've also been flying with the cruise control on almost 80. So in about 48 miles, I'll get off on an exit, and we'll see how well she does. We'll be on back roads and U.S. routes and county routes, so the speed limit is not going to be as fast, and it's going to fluctuate. So we may see how good economy mode is then. By the way, if you're wondering how on earth is my Honda CR V so clean, it got detailed yesterday, and it got a pretty full detail. Everything in the interior was done, and I got a wax job that's good for 6 months. So there you go, as we now sitting in traffic on I-95 in North Carolina. Anyway, we'll talk to you later, either at the 300 mile mark or at the SC border. We are back. We're 305 miles into this second MPG test, and we are about to cross the South Carolina border right now. Welcome to the 7th state of our trip, South Carolina. Time is 10:18. We're on schedule to be there at 11:08. Right now, we're 93 miles left in this tank of gas, and we're averaging still only 28.5 miles. Now the sticker says 29 highway. On econo mode, so far only 28.5. A little disappointing. Now how this works is, people think it shuts off certain cylinders. No. The econ button on this thing controls the throttle response. It slows it up to save money on gas. It's also connected to the AC, the air conditioner. It lowers the power on the econo mode, so if it's on a real hot day, you try using AC with the econo mode, your air may not be that cold. I can vouch for now. I mean, even though it was 72 degrees and humid, you could feel the power being brought back by the econo mode. It is what it is, as well as the cruise control. But right now, we did better off econo mode with some stop and go traffic. So we'll see. We're getting close. I think about less than 50 miles away from my parents' house. So we'll talk to you right before we get there. 11:05. 4 minutes away from my parents' house. 752 miles into the trip, and it looks like we're going to end with 28.8 miles per gallon on econo mode. Disappointing. I got 2 miles to the gallon better when I wasn't in econo mode in some traffic. Now I'm going to go back and read up on what econo mode's like on these vehicles and see if I did anything wrong or if I didn't use it correctly. If not, I will come back and we'll do another video on this. As for me right now, I'm on vacation, and we made it here with 51 miles left of gasoline and our second tank of gas on our way to Myrtle Beach. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you want to know what I think about my CR-V this generation, 2012, I will answer them to the best I can. Alright, we'll talk to you later, and we'll probably do another video, MPG, on the way home back to New York. Talk to you later, everyone. Everyone, we'll go back doing part 2 of our Honda CR V MPG test. We're traveling from Simpsonville, South Carolina to upstate New York, a trip that's approximately about 800 miles in total. I filled up my tank 2 miles into the trip. We're currently at 60 miles, averaging 30 miles to the gallon right now, and when the sticker says it's good for 29 highway, so we're doing good once again. And once again, when we get done with this part of the test, we'll go back to using the econ button, which was very disappointing the first time around. It got less MPGs than me not using it. So we'll try that again as well. We'll be going through 7 states. South Carolina, which we just left. North Carolina, which we literally just entered 45 seconds ago. Virginia, West Virginia, the Panhandle of Maryland, Pennsylvania, and finally New York. It is 71 degrees right now. It's 9:10 a.m. According to GPS, we'll get back about 8:02 p.m. Yeah, that's not going to happen either, because I'm going to have to stop at least one more time to refuel and probably grab some dinner. So I'm looking, and wherever traffic, I'm looking more like 9:30 myself. We'll see. Anyway, we'll give you an update at the 100-mile mark. 100-mile mark, we're averaging 29.4 miles per gallon. We got 312 miles up in this tank of gas. We started out in Simpsonville, South Carolina. We've gotten out of South Carolina and currently still in our second of 7 states in North Carolina.
Take exit 2380.
We're about to get on I-77, and we're leaving, I think, 485. So that's, and we'll be
to I-77 north.
So that's it for now. We'll keep you updated at the 200-mile mark, or if we cross into the Virginia state line first. 11:14 a.m. It's 67 degrees. We're at the 200-mile mark of this trip. We're averaging 27.4 miles per gallon. We got at the half a tank mark. We're 167 miles from empty. The sticker says 29 MPG. We're at 27.4. We've hit some stop and go traffic, some construction. And this way home compared to my trip down to Myrtle Beach is a lot more hilly. So that could affect it also. Now my car will be going in tomorrow morning for its next maintenance checkup. oil, rotation, and all that stuff. And by the way, we are now in the state of Virginia. We crossed the state line about 10 minutes ago. So this is state number 3 of our 7-state journey. And this will be the biggest state we go through today. North Carolina was the 3rd. And South Carolina was the 4th longest state. Pennsylvania will be the 2nd, New York the 5th, West Virginia the 6th, and Maryland will be a blink. So that's going to go today. We'll talk to you at the 300-mile mark because we'll still be in Virginia by then. We're back. It's 12:40 p.m. It's only 61 degrees here in Virginia, so we're getting draining. It's cooling off. The humidity is going down. We're in the 300-mile mark of this trip. We're averaging 28.4 miles to the gallon. We have about 99 miles left till the tank is empty. We're still in the state of Virginia, which is going to be our largest state we're going to go through today. And that is where we're at right now. So I'll either see you at the 400-mile mark, the West Virginia border, or when we pull into the gas station for our final tally. Gas station somewhere in Virginia.
To highlighted route.
Yeah, no problem. So we went 395 miles, averaging 28.8 miles per gallon. Alright, we'll do our calculations on the phone just to see how close we were. We were very close the last time. Let's see. Alright, 395 divided by, we put in 13.448. And we got 29.37. So very similar. The rating is 29 miles per gallon highway. We got 28.8 there. We got 29.3 here. Again, very similar. I mean, coming down the first time, we had just over 31, I think, if I remember right. So, all right, we're going to start again. This time now, we're going to activate the econ button and see how well we do with it this time. There's that green leaf there. We'll see how we do. Hopefully better than the last time. But we'll talk to you soon.
And the New York governor thinks people are stupid. And Al Sharpton thinks people are stupid.
We're finally out of Virginia, the largest state we'll travel today, and we just crossed into West Virginia. This will be a very, very short stay here in West Virginia. This will be the, let's see, the 4th state we go through, but the 2nd smallest we go through based on how we're traveling. Anyway, we're 67 miles into this tank of gas. We're averaging 28.8 miles a gallon with the econ button on. So there is really no difference right now. According to this, we have 400 miles left on this tank of gas. Now, if you're wondering how the econ button works, again, it does not shut cylinders off. Alright? And it doesn't have stop technology, which is great because I hate it. It basically works with the throttle response. It's Supposedly it slows it up a little to give you better fuel economy. It works with your AC and reduces power, which in this case doesn't apply because I don't have it on. And by the way, it is currently 68 degrees. It was 55 for a while when I was in that pouring rainstorm, but we're down back up to 68. It also makes it work with your cruise control, which right now, because I got so much traffic, is also not very relevant. So maybe a Q feature, maybe it works better in city traffic. I don't know, but right now it's no different. We won't be in West Virginia very long. The next state after this is Maryland, which will be the shortest state we go over. And that's it for now. We'll talk to you later.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, okay.
We love Reed. We love Reed. And
we're 92 miles into the second part of our MPG test. We just crossed the Maryland state line. We're averaging 29.3 miles per gallon on the so-called econo mode. I don't find anything really econo about it, but if you're wondering, I did pay $4.23 for gas up in South Carolina, and before Virginia I felt that I paid $4.45. So as we get closer to the northeast, the price for gas gets more and more. Alright, we're going to be coming to you in a few minutes when we cross into the Pennsylvania state line, which will be the second biggest state we go through today. 100-mile mark, and we just crossed the Pennsylvania line from the Maryland Panhandle. We're averaging 29.6 miles per gallon, 373 miles left in this tank of gas. This is the 6th state in our 7-state journey, the second largest we're going through today. It's 68 degrees. We're on track to get home about 8:20. I'm going to say more like 8:40 really, but we'll see what. I'll probably have to fill up again right before I literally get home, so we'll see how that one works. And that's it. We'll see you at the 200-mile mark, because we're going to be in Pennsylvania for quite a while now. Mile mark on the second half of the MPG test. We're averaging 30.2 miles per gallon on the econo mode, so we're doing better this time with it than we did the first time. Probably because we're running into less traffic, and the terrain in PA compared to Virginia and North Carolina is definitely less hilly. It is 5:07 p.m. We're on track to be home by about 8:30. Temperature's 70 degrees, so it has gotten 13 degrees warmer for me, and I will be back at the 200-mile mark because we got a long way to go in Pennsylvania, and I'll talk to you later. Mile mark on the second half of the MPG test. We're averaging 30.2 miles per gallon on the econo mode, so we're doing better this time with it than we did the first time. Probably because we're running into less traffic, and the terrain in PA compared to Virginia and North Carolina is definitely less hilly. It is 5:07 p.m. We're on track to be home by about 8:30. Temperature's 70 degrees, so it has gotten 13 degrees warmer for me, and I will be back at the 200-mile mark because we got a long way to go in Pennsylvania, and I'll talk to you later. Mile mark of this tank of gas, 700 miles on a trip altogether. We're averaging 29.3 miles per gallon on the econo mode. 84 miles left on this tank of gas. And yep, this tank of gas will pretty much get us almost all the way home. I will literally probably have to fill up right before I get home. So overall, the gas mileage so far, I can't complain. I just looked at the prices of diesel right here in Pennsylvania on my I-84. $6.49 for a gallon of diesel. There goes your food bill explained right there. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. And as we finish part 2 of this journey. Well, we're about to cross the New York state line in about less than a minute. We're 743 miles into this trip. 342 miles on his tank of gas, 73 miles left of his tank of gas, and we're averaging 29.7 miles per gallon on the econo mode. So we'll have one more what you call it, before we get home. Okay, in fact, it will be when I do get home. Looks like I'm going to make it on not having to refuel right now. We'll see how that works out. But as far as the econo button goes right now, to me, it makes no difference whether you use it or not. And I guess it's a cute little gimmick that Honda did on this generation of CR-V. They weren't on the first, second, or third generation. I don't think they're on the current ones either. So, as we officially are now in New York State, the final state of this journey. Alright, folks, we'll talk to you right before we get home. Right now, we're 1 mile away from the gas station. I am going to fill up before I go home. I could have made it, but being I have an appointment tomorrow morning for Honda for maintenance, I just figured I'd just get it refueled now. Total trip is going to be 805 miles. I'm going to get home about 20 minutes earlier than I thought I'd get home, which is good. Well, you can see the range is no miles. Don't worry, the gas station's 6 of a mile away. Our final tally is going to be 29.7 miles on econo mode, which is
0.4 miles. Turn left on Sylvan Lake Road.
Which is 0.7 better than the sticker. So hey, what's the thing I've learned about this? Whether you use the econ button or not, it's not going to make a difference. Maybe I'll do a video on just casual stop and go traffic for a week on econo mode. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video.
Turn left on Sylvan Lake Road.
By the way, if you think I'm criticizing my CR-V, I'm not. I love my CR-V very much. But if you got any questions on the video, on the trip, on the CR-V, let me know. I'll answer them as best as I can for you. Until next video, God bless you all.